Welcome to Gaming Fin, your channel for everything related to the gaming industry and the financial markets. And today we're going to talk about some of the major gaming companies, and then we're going to go a little bit deeper into Square Enix. And when I talk Square Enix, I'm talking also about the New Year's letter from the president. I think that's worth to have a closer look because he says actually some interesting things. So this is the letter from the 1st of January. So guys, let's jump directly into the first stock. It's Embracer. We're here on TradingView. Embracer today, it's a little bit down. So we are, like you see the trend line of the recent week. So we are, let's say, we over the support line at around about 23 Swedish krona or Swedish krones. And the question is now, can we go over the 30 again, or are we just accelerating under the 30 krona? So it's a very tricky, difficult situation, I think, at the moment. So they have to restructure, and I mean, it's so difficult to say that you actually that you cannot really, as a gamer and as an investor, you cannot really like the situation. Let's put it like this. So as a gamer, it's actually not cool that they cancel games and that they bought studios and now those studios are closed, for example. And as an investor, you're just asking yourself, so what was going on here? What was going on here in 2020 and then in 2021? So one deal is not happening and then the whole stock is crashing like this. So we talked already a lot about Embracer. Therefore, I would say let's jump to the next one. So, or maybe just I personally, I'm more here in the waiting situation. I have enough invested in Embracer, so I'm just waiting if they see better times. So I'm not averaging down, I think, at this point. So I'm not doing this. All right. So Ubisoft, you know, guys, I bought more Ubisoft actually here on the way up. So this means, again, I got like disappointed on the way down, because on the way down from 30 euros to 22 euros, 23 euros. So that's still 30% down. So this still hurts. So, but we are luckily we're still over the 20 euros. This means so if we see a reversal now here at the 22 euros and we're going back to the Fibonacci retracement around about 30 euros. So, and then we might break through at one point. So this would be amazing, but it's also here. It's not really clear. I mean, it's the macro situation in the Eurozone or in Europe in general. So Sweden is not in the Eurozone, but it's also in the EU, of course. So the macro situation in Europe is it's not that good. I mean, we can say it as it is. The question is, do people buy those games? And then we have to, of course, look at the macro situation in the US and in the other big gaming markets. But I think Ubisoft, this is not only the macro situation. It's the let's call it crash. I mean, come on, let's call it crash from February 21st to 23. So this was also self-made. It was not because of those scandals. People news pages like Kotaku, they want to make you believe, it's because of the scandals. No, it's not the scandals that move a stock. What moves a stock in the end, my friends, is simply that they don't get, that people don't buy their games, and people don't spend enough money on the companies, and that they have maybe also they are not profitable. That's it, and they're not profitable fast enough. So maybe some investors saw already here in February they're not going to be profitable in 2022-23. But Ubisoft told us they will be profitable at one point again. So now we are also here in a waiting position. The question is if those new games that came out, if they are helpful, or do we really need some completely different games, some new franchises, maybe a new IP, some massive successful game, like for example a new Rainbow Six, which is going to be massively successful. So those are the questions you have to ask yourself. So here, wait and see. Then very quickly, my friends, also CD Projekt. CD Projekt is CD Projekt is really a difficult one now, because Cyberpunk 2077 I played actually now, and I really like it. I think also the DLC was great. It has over 5 million copies have been sold, but here also again we had this Fibonacci retracement, Polish stock, so we are under the trend line. We broke the trend line, the new trend line that has been created in let's say in July 2020. So we broke this here in October. So now there's a lot of trust that has been lost actually in this company. So, but I also invested in CD Projekt, so I'm staying here long-term invested. So I'm actually much more optimistic on CD Projekt as I am, for example, now on Embracer. So from all those three stocks here, Embracer, Ubisoft, CD Projekt, I'm the most pessimistic on Embracer. Then Ubisoft is okay. I expect Ubisoft to come back if they are able to bring to publish some good games, and also CD Projekt I expect also to come back at one point. Then also I want to quickly talk about Unity. So yesterday evening, so after the news that they are laying off 25% of their workforce, the stock was up like almost 4%, 3.5 I think. And then today you see it was crashing. So if we look now on the 5 years of Unity, it's moving sideways. I mean, Unity is moving sideways now since 2022, and here if we look at the max is the same actually. So I am not very optimistic on Unity at the moment. So I think a lot is going wrong in this company. So I'm not going now in the details, but with all this AI hype and all those other hypes we had, so actually tech companies coming back, so you would have thought like Unity could do better. So sure, they made 36% from November to January, but this is not the way it goes. So at the moment I'm also look here, 2022 numbers were already terrible. So I mean that's it, guys. So I'm very reluctant here. Unfortunately, I'm invested, so I wish I wouldn't be invested, but I'm also not selling right now, so I'm not that negative then. Nacon, what happened? Nacon is actually also down again a little bit. So who is Nacon? Little French company, make hardware and some let's say not so good games actually. So quality of their games they have to improve in order to become better. So very quickly, Naked Gaming, that you know, it's now a penny stock. All right. Then I want to come to Square Enix. So also Capcom, we can make quickly here. Capcom is the yellow line, Square Enix is the blue. Both of them are actually running pretty nicely. And today Capcom is up almost 4%. So that's pretty nice to see. And if you go to Square Enix and you actually here make the max view, so we are on an upwards trend since 2013, and before it actually didn't look so good since 2013, and now we are around about there where we have been in 2019. So but overall Square Enix, so I bought some more, I have to admit I bought some more, and now I mean, I'm not even excluding that in the next weeks we're actually going back to this all-time high from 2021, 2022. If we're going higher, that's another question. But it also depends a lot on the Japanese yen, and it depends, of course, on in general also some, on the investment climate in Japan. I think we have to highlight this. So, and Square Enix, Square Enix, I liked Square Enix when they had the Tomb Raider series, for example. Tomb Raider is now part of Eidos Montreal, and Eidos Montreal was part of Eidos Montreal, and it's going to be published now with Embracer, hopefully at one point. So, but Square Enix make all the Final Fantasy games, and with that, I'm coming now to the New Year's letter, and I'm going to read it to you, my friends, very quickly. It's a long letter, so if you're not interested, so then of course then leave me a comment and like this video and watch some other videos. So I'm just saying this now we jump to this letter, and I'm also going to comment it, so that's important. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger that we can all see the letter better. So yes, that's the president. So That's the president, and this is, for example, financial results in September. So if you remember, I already made a video about this. So here, new Square Enix president pledges aggressive AI push in 2024. That's him. That's him. So people's lives took a turn for the better in 2023, he says, thanks to COVID-19, blah, 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 and lifting restriction it has triggered. At the same time, 2023 was also a year of tumult exemplified by intensification, regional, intensity, geopolitical, inflation, monetary policy, pandemic, regions, countries, individuals, blah, blah, blah. So a little bit what happened after the pandemic, so history lesson. And then with uncertainty on the rise in society as a whole, change was also on the way in the realm of digital entertainment. That's now important, where we position our core business. In 2023, we saw the release of eye-catching products and services in multiple domains where the commercialization and adoption of emerging technologies had seemed a more distant eventuality. The potential of these offerings also garnered greater attention than ever before. So yeah, 2023 was a good year for games, and now new stuff is coming. For example, whereas the extended reality they call it, XR domain had previously developed primarily around business application for the metaverse and other virtual spaces, 2023 saw the rise of many new services fusing virtual spaces with the real world. A case in point is the way the architecture sector, which previously had limited integration of XR in its businesses, began increasingly adopting these technologies because they enable the conversion of real-world architectural structures into data, a process also facilitated by the widespread use of commercial drones. In the realm of digital entertainment, where the focus has been on pioneering the development of new content, the experiential value of digital content itself increased dramatically as devices came to market that were capable of delivering even more immersive, realistic experiences and using virtual reality and augmented reality. The next step will be applying these technologies to new forms of content that fuse the real and the virtual world. So he is really looking in the future. So I mean, on the other hand, I play a lot of VR modded games in VR, and Square Enix actually. Did Square Enix even release a single VR game? Did they even release a single VR game? Well, here they talk like, oh yeah, it's coming, so it's going to be big. I mean, I play VR now since 5 years, so, and I don't really remember. So yeah, Tomb Raider had a VR element, so, and human, what's the name? Deus Ex had the VR, but they didn't make a VR game of Final Fantasy. So, but here, talking like this is all going to happen. Yeah. I mean, I believe in it, so that's okay. Then artificial intelligence. So I said the word, so now he said the word, now the Square Enix stock has to go up. And its potential implications had for some time largely been subjects of academic debate. However, the introduction of ChatGPT, which allows anyone to easily produce writing or translation or to engage in text-based dialogue, sparked the rapid spread of generative AIs. Its release made it apparent that the applicability of generative AI was by no means limited to text, and the subsequent months saw a quick succession of launches of new series and content that expanded generative AI into a variety of domains with close ties to digital entertainment. So it's like a Mid-Journey or now even AI videos, for example. Or the question is AI programming. Is this coming? AI coding, making games by itself. So, voilà. I believe that generative AI has the potential not only to reshape what we create, but also to fundamentally change the process by which we create, including programming. Here he says, so that's the most important part. When it comes to the AI element. So, as such, 2023 was a year of numerous innovations in the realm of digital entertainment. He said it already. It was also a milestone year for Square Enix in that we both celebrated our 20th anniversary and also set forth a new path under the management team that I had. Since assuming the roles of president and representative director in June, I have worked to reassess our entire group. Customers, shareholders, investors, employees, stakeholders have generally shared that time and on numerous occasions to help to do so. So these insights have assisted me in identifying the direction we should take to achieve further growth and beginning to lay the groundwork to make that a reality. So this paragraph is coming now after he talked about XR and AI. So I expect actually Square Enix to doing something in the VR world, in the XR, extended reality, and yeah, maybe you also see how they're going to use AI. I mean, he uses big words, so he has to follow up on this, of course. So yeah, I'm invested in Square Enix, so just for disclaimer. And this is not financial advice, this is just for information and education and entertainment purposes only. So in our digital entertainment business, we are working to strengthen both our content development and publishing capabilities. On the content development side, we are working not only to vet our existing pipeline of titles under development, but also to put the capabilities in place to ensure that development efforts that have yet to begin result in products and services that meet the expectations of our customers more than ever before. Specifically, we have begun optimizing our resource allocation, very important, that's something I want to hear as an investor, across our entire development chain in order to accelerate an effort that was already underway to strengthen our internal development capabilities. We are also expanding knowledge sharing with the goal of standardizing our processes and enhancing our efficiency. On the publishing side, so developing and publishing, which consist of our sales and marketing functions, we are working to enable greater global collaboration and to promote the shift to digital. So I mean, someone buying still a disc, maybe on the PlayStation. So, by sharing information with our group on the features unique to different geographical markets and on the best practices for addressing them, we are bolstering our publishing capabilities globally. We see this as an effective means not only to maximize our sales of new titles, but also to deliver our rich back catalog to more customers and in turn to expand the fan base for our group's intellectual property. Yeah, make those Final Fantasy games available on different devices. That's very important. So also for PC, the new games that come for PlayStation, make them available on PC. That's important, my friends. So we are also working to put organizational structures in place that will enable closer collaboration between our content development and publishing functions. Our goal is to strike a balance between a product-oriented and market-oriented approach so that we are able to share customer views with our content development team and thereby create content that makes our customers even happier than ever before. We also intend to be aggressive in applying AI. Here we go. Now he says it. And other cutting edge technologies. So aggressive in applying AI. That's a hard word. I mean, we also intend, they're not doing it right now. We intend, so looking to do it and not doing it right now, to be aggressive in applying AI. So intend to be aggressive or intend in applying AI. So you can interpret this in different ways. So, but you have to read it together. So intend to be aggressive in applying AI then, of course. And now the lawyer come through. And other cutting edge technologies to both our content development and our publishing functions. In the short term, our goal will be to enhance our development productivity. So better development, work better, develop better. So develop more, develop faster, cheaper. So with AI and achieve greater sophistication in our marketing efforts. So use AI for marketing. That's a smart way as well. In the longer term, we hope to leverage those technologies to create new forms of content for consumers. That's interesting. What could be a new form of content for consumers? So talking to an AI, having an AI assistant, as we believe that technological innovations represents business opportunities. I like this. Guys, I like this. I mean, some gamers are saying, I don't want to have anything AI created in my games. I don't care. I mean, if the game is good and they create something by AI, some good dialogue, some substance of the game by AI. So it's all fine. So I mean, business opportunities, make something out of it. With a focus on comics, publication business provides content spanning a wide range of genres in both digital and printed formats. So yeah, that's now for the comics. I'm not going into this. I'm not a comic channel. So in terms of new business domains, we previously identified 3 focus investments, namely blockchain, entertainment, Web 3.0, AI, and the cloud. So everyone says this. So those are buzzwords. So the question is now, what are they coming up with? Last year, we redefined our overarching mission and goals for these 3 fields. So you can read also his shareholder letter from last year or from September. We are currently working to modify our organizational structure and optimize our resource allocation to support these efforts. In addition to our focus investment fields, we will also endeavor to create mechanisms that enable us to diversify our earning sources. Smart. These initiatives will be the most important determinants of our group's ability to adapt flexibility, to a changing business environment, and to continue to create high quality content. So they see there's an issue and they are able to do something about it. They do something about their diversification. Maybe as a company, they are not only developing or publishing video games, or maybe comic books, but also maybe do something completely new. Maybe they build an electric car. I'm just speculating, so obviously. They will also help us create an environment that allows each and every one of our employees to demonstrate the full measure of their individuality and creativity. Oh, that's so nice. That's empathy. That's very important. Many of the initiatives that were undertaken in 2023 were designed to bring the whole of our group together, to create content that truly satisfies our customers and to establish the capabilities to deliver that content to as many customers as possible. Do this, I like it, since this means they're also bringing their games on different platforms. Then 24 will mark the starting point for our group to achieve additional strides forward and further growth. Hey, absolutely hopeful for this. We will articulate our new corporate strategy in the form of a grand design, looking forward to this, and devote ourselves to executing each of our initiatives. Devote ourselves to executing each of our initiatives. That's probably something very Japanese to say. I devote myself to executing my initiatives. Can I say this? Yeah, I guess. Never fearing change and always maintaining a challenger's mindset. We will work together as one to drive our business forward. That's what I like, and therefore I'm invested in a Japanese company. So overall, my friends, last 5 years, sideways trading. Stock was sideways trading. Annual numbers are decent, are fine. They're fine. I mean, we have a net profit margin of 14.35, and it even grew in 23 to 22. And I'm looking actually to the next earnings report. So that's briefing, the next briefing for the earnings, etc. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed me reading the letter from the president. I know you can read yourself, you can listen it to, but you're not getting my funny comments on this letter. And if you did so, please comment, like, and subscribe. And with that, I'm leaving it here, and see you next time, my friends. Bye bye.